So I found the USA basketball roster to be alarming. It really got me worried for the Olympics. I actually think we could lose.
Really quick, before I begin, if you guys can smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, this seriously makes a huge difference to my videos and lets YouTube know to recommend this video to a brand new audience. So thank you so much for doing that, and let's begin.
So I found the USA basketball roster to be alarming. I guess a lot of people turned it down. Drew Holiday was not there yet, neither was Middleton. So they had this exhibition game in Nigeria. There was like US select guys. Sadiq Bey was on the team. Darius Garland had a couple of minutes. It wasn't the official team. But they lost to Nigeria. Popovich after the game is like, I'm glad we lost. He didn't say that, but he was like, I'm part of me is glad this happened because blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, there's no part of me that's glad this happened. Like we lost to a team that we would have beaten by 100 points 25 years ago. Now, granted, the world's catching up. I was texting with TD, who was delighted that Nigeria came through. And we're just saying, like, this is where international basketball is going. All of these teams have shooters and athletes and the three-point line, the variance of it. But fundamentally, I'm just watching, and I'm watching our crunch time lineup, and it's Tatum, it's Durant. It was either Beal or Levine. It was Dame as the point guard, even though he's not like the kind of Chris Paul point guard you'd actually want for a team like this. And then they went with Draymond, but it's like Draymond or Bam in the 5 spot. And honestly, it was like watching the Celtics offense this year. It was just a lot of one-on-one, stand around, whose turn is it? And it really got me worried for the Olympics. I actually think we could lose. What was it? What was your biggest takeaway from the game?
I mean, first off, the U.S. should be fine. They're going to get Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Devin Booker back once the finals are over. The U.S. should be fine. They should be okay. And they should win the whole thing, even if it's a bumpy ride. They should win the whole thing. Kevin Love, he only played, 3, 4, 5 minutes? But it was
3 minutes.
Good. It was not good. I think when he first entered the game, the announcers were talking like, great opportunity for Kevin Love coming out hungry to prove himself. He did not look good at all, Bill. He did not look like he belonged on the team one bit. He did not get stops on defense. Offered no rim protection. Precious Achiuwa blew by him. He did not. He tried to draw the 3. He did look slow. He looked like the Kevin Love we've seen the whole past year in Cleveland. Did not look good.
Past year? How about the past 3?
Do you feel like the U.S. roster's too small? Their bigs are Bam,
yes.
Draymond, and Kevin Love. Too small.
There's 2 things I don't like. 1, I think they're too small. And 2, we don't have real point guards. Like Dame is like a modern 2020s kind of shoot first point guard, right? And he can set guys up. He can dribble. He looks like a point guard. But he's not like I'm here to take care of everybody else on the team point guard. And maybe we just don't make those anymore in America. Maybe the era of that is done. But I was thinking like even somebody like my guy Halliburton, just having unselfish guys who don't care if they shoot, who are just there to make everybody else look good. That was the thing that alarmed me about the team I saw yesterday. I guess Durant is going to end up being that guy for this team. And maybe Durant ends up playing as a stretch 5, but Tatum's not a guy who makes other people better. I'm honestly not sure Dame is either. We know Beal isn't, Zach LaVine isn't. So who is like the glue playmaker?
It's Draymond and Bam. It has to be.
Well, think about that. That's kind of scary. My dog didn't like that. She's barking right now. He thought that was offensive.
I was looking at who could have been taken on this roster instead of Kevin Love for one of those final spots. Even like
not counting the guys who already turned it down, or just like anybody?
Well, I mean, they had 57 finalists for the roster back in March. And I mean, part of me was thinking maybe it would have made more sense to add another guard, like you're talking about, a pass first guard, but then you'd be short a big. And I was looking at the team, Bill, and it's like they had Brook Lopez. He's in the finals. 80 is out. Miles Turner finished the season with an injured toe. Then there's Jared Allen, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Andre Drummond, Montrezl Harrell, Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, Mason Plumlee, DeAndre Jordan. Those were the other choices.
Oof.
Of the 57 finalists.
Jesus.
I mean, that's like not the most inspiring list at all. I mean, I'd rather have Jared Allen with his rim protection on this team than Kevin Love. I'd rather have Julius Randle, maybe even Mitchell Robinson, but I'm just looking at the names on
Can
there.
I say something crazy? I would honestly rather have Evan Mobley in the Kevin Love spot.
That's what I was getting to. I was exactly what I was getting
your
to.
thunder.
I mean, it's like, I'm looking at this team. It's like maybe there's a young guy they could have given an opportunity to.
How about Cade Cunningham? Why not both of them? Cade Cunningham and Mobley over Jeremy Grant and Love.
Why not? I mean, you got Garuba playing for Spain,
right?
A draft prospect. Why not have Mobley? Why not have Cade? I mean, I feel like there's an opportunity of the finalists. I didn't see a name that I'm like, besides Jared Allen, that I would have loved to have seen on this team. Why not a young guy like Mobley? And maybe, do you think maybe is Mobley, part of it's two things, Bill. There's not that elite, young, big, like you have, Jokic, who's not playing, or you have with Embiid in America.
Well, Ayton, they screwed up on. They should have gotten him to change his citizenship before, but I don't think they knew he was going to be this good. They can do that for 24. But
could Mobley be that guy? Do you think Mobley has that potential to be that guy in 2024 or 2028?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking for this year, I don't think Love or Grant are going to play. You've basically thrown away those spots for people who are just inferior versions of anyone else who's going to play in those two spots. I would just rather have the young guys just for the sake of basketball. I think that's really valuable to have young guys on these teams just to kind of be there and have the experience and hang around with other great players. And then you put those guys through the program. So 2 years from now, 6 years from now, those guys become your Olympic guys. And you're like, yeah, we had Cade when he was 19 and now he's starting for us. But by the way, and I don't like Cade quite as much as some others, but that's the kind of guy this team needs, right? A guard, the unselfish kind of glue guy guard who doesn't care about getting his own shot. So we're on the same page. I think they should use those last two spots for young guys. I thought Love was just a ludicrous idea.